This is the Louis Vuitton Neo Noe in the MM size. Whoopsies, I meant to say that this is the Louis Vuitton Neo Noe in the BB size. So the smallest size available. It is in EP leather and it has a top handle as well as a long shoulder strap. It is lined with microfiber suede. In this video, I will be doing a thorough review of this bag. I will show you the details of this bag. I will tell you the pros and cons. I will do some modeling shots as well as what fits. This bag surprisingly disappointed me. So if you're planning on buying this bag, I suggest that you watch this video all the way to the end. Starting with the pros of the bag and why I bought this bag. So in 2018-2019, I saw a whole lot of people wearing this bag on the street in the monogram canvas. I loved the aesthetics of the Neo Noe, and when I went in store, I was instantly drawn to this bag because I love the primary colors of the blue, red and yellow combo on this bag. I also was really drawn to the EP leather because at that time I didn't have any EP leather in my collection. I also didn't have a bucket bag at the time, so I was really keen to add something like this to my collection. The other thing that I thought was really special about the Louis Vuitton Neo Noe was that it was a structured bucket bag because most bucket bags are slouchy. I also have a strong preference for bags with a top handle as well as a crossbody strap. I also was really drawn to the divider that is on the inside of the bag. The divider is a slip pocket, so you can put things like a receipt. That slip pocket is also large enough to slip your phone in, just like I've done here. And I love that you can stand your phone up vertically for easy access. The divider also meant that you can place a long wallet or your other items vertically, again for really easy access. At the time when I bought the bag, I was completely obsessed about Marie Kondo and her method of placing things vertically. One thing to note is that the slip pocket is not attached to the base of the bag, so things and small items can still slide underneath it. The other huge pro is that the whole bag is in leather. I love that the straps were leather instead of vachetta, so no vachetta to deal with, which is one of my criterias. It's also in silver hardware. There's also quite a lot of beautiful detail on the bag. For example, Louis Vuitton is embossed on the strap here and on quite a lot of hardware. There's no feet on the bottom. As I said earlier, both of these straps are detachable, so essentially you can apply any strap you desire. Another one of its pros is that it fits quite a lot. Okay, so in terms of what fits, let me just get a few big items out of the way. This is a water bottle, 450 mils. Yeah, it will fit, however, it applies a little bit of pressure to that divider over there. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but if you really wanted to fit a water bottle, you could. Perhaps one with a narrower base. So as I said earlier, it fits a full-size long wallet. And I'll stand it up vertically as such. It's a phone and I like to put that in the divider. I always carry some sunscreen with me, my sunglasses, my car keys, my lip balm, my LV coin purse, hand sanitizer, and some masks. So this is how it looks. You can probably still add a packet of tissues. There's still quite a bit of room in this front compartment here. I don't own the mini pochette, but if you did, you certainly can stick it there. If you have, say, the Louis Vuitton Agenda PM, that could probably fit in this space as well. The other pro is that these clasps do twist in both directions, which means that if the strap has twisted, it will just kind of fix itself. Moving on to the cons of this bag. So the reason I don't get along with this bag is this long shoulder strap. It only has two settings, a short setting and a long setting. I'm only 5'1" or 152 centimeters, and neither of these settings work for me. So I'll do some cutaway shots and you'll see me modeling this bag. So when I wear it at its shortest setting, it's still a little bit too long for me. I can't quite grab the bag between my arm and my ribs, and therefore it falls off my shoulder really easily. And then when I wear it at its longest setting, even when I wear it as a crossbody, now this is something I only realized when I used it. Since it's a bucket bag, It's rather tall than wide. So the fact that it is a bucket bag, it actually adds length to the overall bag. So when I walk, it bumps against my thigh and I find that really uncomfortable. And when I get into a car, it also bumps against my leg and I have to lift it by the top handle. The other lesson that I learned from this bag is it's not where the bag sits against your body. It is about where the base of the bag ends on your body. Now, when I wear this bag, my fingertips actually cannot reach the base of the bag, so I can't actually comfortably manipulate or reach things that are at the bottom of the bag without having to pick it up by its top handle. Now I learned that in order to get most dexterity and most range of motion out of my hands, I need to pick bags where the base ends at my wrist. I particularly noticed these inconveniences when I was out and about with my daughter because that's a time when you got to be really hands-free and really agile. So mummies out there, if you're thinking of getting this bag to use while you're out with your kids, I would say it's not particularly convenient. Of course, the other issue is that the bag has an open top. If you're out and about with children and you're easily distracted, if you are in a place that's not particularly secure, there's always a risk that someone could sneak their hands in to grab something out of your bag. And I have heard of these kind of incidences with bucket bags. And on the subject of open tops and going out with your children, they can also very easily slip things into your bags, like how my daughter likes to pick up twigs and leaves and chuck them in my bags. The other thing that really bugs me about this strap is that these buttons, when you're carrying it crossbody, can be really uncomfortable against the collarbone. I have considered selling this bag, but I am not quite ready yet because I still think that it is classic and it is very beautiful. As I said before, one of its pros is that the strap is detachable, so its saving grace is that I can experiment with some of the other straps from my other bags that I do own. What disappoints me about having to do that is I lose the original aesthetics of the bag, which was what drew me to the bag in the first place. I mean, if I happen to acquire another bucket bag, for example, I really do like the bucket bag from Valentino Garavani, which I've missed out on. If I happen to acquire that bag, I may let go of this bucket bag. The other saving grace is the Louis Vuitton price increases. So the prices of these bags are going up, and I've seen the price of this specific bag on the pre-loved market going for more than what I paid for originally already. So I feel like hanging on to this bag for a bit more is not going to be such a big deal. If you really want this bag, I think it would be suitable for someone who's quite tall, so at least 5'5" and above, in order for this strap length to be suitable. And in order to overcome the issue with the uncomfortable strap situation on your collarbone, if you wore it in winter over very thick winter jackets, that might help. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave it in the description box below. If you enjoyed it, certainly click on that like button for me. I'm Dani O, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! Feel free to come and check out the rest of my lifestyle channel. I have 3 main playlists on my channel, all of which are linked in the description box below. The first one is full of practical tips for parents, especially useful if you're expecting a baby or have really young children. Because I'm really passionate about bilingualism and starting children on more than one language from a really young age, I created this fun playlist dedicated to English-Chinese videos for children. And then my third playlist is on fashion, where I like to talk about luxury and mindful spending. If you like any of this content, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get informed every time I upload a video. Also feel free to follow me on Instagram.